I've been a member since 1972, and I've probably been president the last 20 years anyway.
Okay.
How do you become president? Well, you just volunteer. You volunteer for it. I held a couple other offices first, and then we kind of moved up. It's totally a volunteer. We do vote on it. We do put it out for nominations, and usually we get the same people year in and year out. But we got a good working team, so it's worked out great.
Oh.
Very seldom is there anybody that runs against. We're always lucky if we get one person for each office, but it's not because it's a difficult job. It's just, I think people get in and you get used to having them, and they're kind of comfortable and we're comfortable. So I think there's no politics.
Do you?
She does a ton.
Mm-hmm.
I probably have the cushiest job. Maggie and Marcia, who are treasurer and secretary, have the hardest jobs. They have all the things to take care of, all the things to report to, and I'm kind of more like a social secretary or social director, and you try to invite new people in and organize them and try to come up with some things that are kind of fun for everybody, and it just works. Well, I tend to call the meetings. I tend to, organize as far as the things that we need to get volunteers for throughout the year. Secretary's job is taken care of, treasurer's job is taken care of, but we ask people to do social things like the Christmas cookie exchange we have. We do a end of the year fun day. We do a secret heart day. We do our banquet, so we ask for volunteers to come forward, and most of the time we get enough volunteers to help with that. We have a meeting in August. We have the banquet at the end of the year, and mostly it's an organizational type skill, but really the hard jobs are the secretary and treasurer. Well, women are women, so you have to be a little more open. There are a lot of good gals on here, so you don't leave it up to make a decision and ask them. A lot of times you give them 2 or 3 choices, and then we make the decision from there. So it's worked out good. It's a good group of gals, so no, there's no problem. No.
Oh.
No. And I can't even really think of anybody that we wanted to kick out, so it's worked. We're easy.
Oh.
I think it is. I call it a core group of girlfriends, a little bit of girlfriend power. A lot of times we don't see each other off of the bowling season. There's a few of us that do, but some of the gals, we see them when they're bowling on every Tuesday morning, and after that, during the break, we don't. But it's a good group of gals. We joined together this morning to celebrate the death of one of our teammates from last week, and we joined in prayer, and we celebrated her life, and we let balloons off in her honor, and everybody is willing to do that, and everybody wants to participate, and it's a good feel. It's a good family feel. There's no resistance to any of that at all. I joined because I was a stay-at-home mom, and I had 2 little kids, and I wanted to get out of the house, and I lived in the Groesbeck area. So, actually, I didn't live in the Groesbeck area when we first started, but close nearby. So when we first started, we had a babysitting service, so there were a lot of young moms, so we'd come in and drop our kids off and bowl for a couple hours, and then pick the kids back up and go home. So it was a good outing. Betty Mahar, first of all, was a great bowler. She was a great gal. She lived in the Groesbeck area. She had a big family. Her husband died at a young age, so she raised her kids. And she would come every week with a smile on her face, a positive attitude. She bowled 200, more 200 games than probably anybody I ever remember in this league. And at one point, we used to announce all the 200 games, and every single week it was Betty Mahar bowled a 230 or a 240 or a 218. So she was really a good bowler, but mostly she was a good person, and we really looked up to her. And her daughters came and bowled with her, And then for many, many years after that, after she was gone, they stayed and bowled on different teams too. We give a Betty Mahar award, and we usually pick out somebody that is outstanding as far as like that offers something to the league, like a good attitude, a good laugh, a smile, somebody maybe that has been through a rough time, somebody that just is a good person, and that we would miss if they weren't part of our league. And so each year we pick somebody out, and it's just really, the officers kind of pick somebody out, and we just present it. There's no trophy, there's no certificate, it's just a heartfelt award. Well, we have this, it's better if you have an even number of teams. This year we only have 11 teams, so in order to be able to bowl against another team, we have a ghost team. So Maggie has it set up so that you bowl, like we bowled the ghost team today. So we bowl and we hand our slip in. Maggie figures it out because you are bowling against somebody, but we just don't know who it is. So it's only so we can keep it at an even number of teams. 3 women per team. Well, I think anything that's been around for almost 50 years should be a pillar. We usually don't have any trouble getting members. We're a little short this year, but it's things are changing. So it's important for us. I mean, I look forward to coming in September. I'm always ready for it to be done in April, to take a little break from it. But these are good gals. You want to check in with them again and see how they're doing and see how their families are, and be a little competitive on the bowling. I don't think any of us are as competitive as we used to be, and we'd like to be, but age tells us that we're just going to bowl for fun now. We have a lot of camaraderie. I think we generally care about each other. When something goes wrong in a family, it kind of goes through the bowling alley, and everybody in their own way keeps them in their prayers and their thoughts. I think that's a special thing to have. I mean, I think that's what's attractive. When people come, we ask people to come and just come and take a look and decide. And I think they're all happy with what we have to offer.
So smile. Joni!
It's unique in that it's a group of women who I think have known each other. Most of us have known each other for a long, long time. So your friendship and your camaraderie is there, and it's kind of like girlfriend power. You relish that, and I think as you get older, you realize how important that is. So to me, that would be probably the most important part of coming on a Tuesday and doing what we do.